Good morning all. I'm at the I was going to say Casterton then, Camrose Vintage Working Day, and I can see the gleaner from here and it looks so tidy. It's really tidy, it's one of the tidiest ones I've seen. So yeah, I'm going to go over and have a look at it. But yeah, lovely day. It's a bit damp underfoot, but never mind, you know, just enjoy the day as it is. So again, have a look at these gleaners and then we'll have a look around everything else. Catch you later. There we have it, a pair of lovely gleaners. Do you know what? I've fallen in love a couple of times in my life and it's never really worked out, unfortunately. Maybe one day. But I have just fallen in love again because look at this machine. That one's lovely. I mean, I like it, but I got one of them in similar condition with a humpback. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just a picture of loveliness? I could just sit here and look at this all day and not look at anything else. Beautiful. I want this one day if he sells it. I'm going to say to him, if you ever sell it, let me know, because I want it. I'd love to have it. It looks brilliant. Really. Yeah. It does look really good. Looking around it, very tidy. Yeah, oh, it's got two separate chains on it, look. Don't suppose that matters. All the guards on it. Mate, this is just awesome. What a machine. Do you know what I like about these is they've got extra grain tank capacity. Do you know my humpback sea is beautiful. In all honesty, not rating them or anything because it's stupid to do that, but I do prefer my humpback because of the styling and the sort of, it represents time in farming history that was just beautiful. That early period in the 60s where, you know, before, I think 65 was the sort of time of certain changes that happened, and 66 and 67 you had the hippie movement that changed a lot, you know, throughout society. Society changed because of it. Everybody was influenced by it, even the design of stuff changed, and that's true, that's what happened. And people's ideas changed from that early innocent period into this new age that we came to. And so my humpback and the shortback were in that time that, to me, it's beautiful. But again, this is obviously slightly late design, more up to date. The Alice Chalmers UK, in fact, a bloke called John Tyre was the designer. He designed the humpback to deal with he realised that something had to be done about the losses, because the short gleaner, although I don't have problems with it, people were having problems with it losing over in the straw over the back, because it wasn't enough room for separation. So he made that happen, but he somehow was never happy with the humpback design. He thought it was too makeshift and sort of, how can I put it, it was too slapdash in a sense. That's probably the word I use for it. And they wanted a more professional look, and that's why the humpback came in. And just the improvements on the Super C were quite drastic. If you look at the Super A, they are pretty much the same as the early humpback. I mean, if you look at that, that's the same as my humpback basically. You know, yeah, slight alterations, but basically the same. Whereas this actually has more improvements compared to the C that I've got. You've got the dials next to you. You don't have to look behind you. All the stuff you need to know is up there next to you. So you just look down rather than looking behind, which you don't really want to do when you're working. And like I say, these grain tank extensions, and also bigger, more substantial grain elevators, which is good because you want to get the grain out as quickly as you can. I'll show you. A couple of guards missing. Yeah, you see that's the difference between mine. I've shown, or if you've already seen it before, but it's got the drive here for the rattle. So basically, because that was to take the pressure off of this chain here, because this chain was doing a lot of work on the early machines. That chain was doing the whole of the separation, and what they did was they stopped it from having to drive the rattle. So this chain, in theory, lasts longer because it's not doing all the work on its own. Although the transfer of power goes through anyway, through one of these, probably through here or something to the other side. For that lovely tractor there. First tractor I drove was one of those. EA 41460 diesel. By this time they didn't put petrol paraffins on. By this time they'd stopped all that. Got a little 8-foot header. Looks like it's perfectly capable of work it needs. Some nylon bushes in there, otherwise it's going to damage itself. But there you go, that's not up to me, it's up to the owner. I noticed they've actually painted these wheels, but that's good because it preserves them. Just need to clean them down and paint them. I don't suppose it'd take much to paint the combine really, but just let's have a look at the nameplate on it. Let's have a look. See, EC, all of the combines that were built at Essendon started with E. So either English or Essendon C, and this is serial number 2720D. So diesel engine, obviously, because that's what it has. I used to have EC121D. So it was number 21 of the production line. So the very first batch of combines that were C's. I lost it in a fire. Yeah, it caught fire and I lost it. But in a way, it's stupid to say, but it was kind of a godsend because it was going to be a life-sapping project. It really was, because it was just so dilapidated. And then I found this one that I've got now, and I know it's an early one. Unfortunately, somebody swapped the number plate, so it's got an early Model A, like really early Model A, like 1958-59 model plate on it. So we don't really know what it is, but looking at it, it looks like an early one just by the styling of it. It's got a slightly early look to it. I'll tell you what it is. One of the things, the later ones had this thing round after sort of like from 1963 onwards. They had this bit round it, this shroud round the steering column, and mine ain't got that. It signifies to me that it was a 1962 machine, but again, I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever know really, unfortunately. all my other two gleaners, their documents and everything all line up. So they're road registered on their original plates, and I've got their original documents from when they were registered. So I know exactly they are what they are. The number plates are the original from when they were new, which is good. But unfortunately the C doesn't fit that column, but I love the C anyway. Right, anyway, I won't bore you to death. I'll show you around this actually. It's amazing to see really how stuff has changed over the years. I wonder what kind of machinery they would have had to do this kind of job that this does when these were new. It's raining a little bit. Never mind. A little bit of rain never killed anyone. Never mind, eh? It would have been good if it would have been sunny, but I think it might be later. It's just raining a bit now. Anyway, like I say, I've bored you to tears. I'm going to show you some other stuff in a minute. So have a good day. See you later. Just to show you around the tractors. There's plenty of stuff to see. Some nice tractors here. Yeah, we'll walk up and have a look. Fresh tires on it, look. That's Camrose Jones design. Nice little Model B tractor.
Next up in the main ring, we are joined today by the Black Massey Ferguson. We've got Roger and Tristan, who have come all the way from Abergele and are going to give a demonstration to us in the main ring. Now they have told me that they'll need a few volunteers. So if there's anybody willing to give it a go, come and stand on the edge of the ring and they'll call you in when needed. So I'll hand you over to Roger now.
Big old Marshall.
Good morning, everyone.
So much to see here. It's been a really big tractor in its day. It's a big tractor now still.
How are you, man? How are you doing? It started off in China, which was the thing and already hold over. It's gradually spread westward.
Peter Phillips. Oh, Peter Phillips. He said I was on the
Lovely little thing this is. A little thing. I like these, they're good, aren't they? 4-wheel drive Fordson. What a machine. It's not a Super 6, it's a Super 4 I think maybe then. Turning circle of one and sat as a moon, do you see there, look? You can't turn very far because it's got the drive shaft there. 188. 590, 2-wheel drive. Nice little Fordson standard with a P4 engine in it. Sounded nice when it came in, we heard it. Good old thing. Another 350. First tractor I ever drove was one of these.
You were allowed to own birds of prey. So if you were a king or an emperor, you could have had a clear falcon, the big Arctic falcon. If you were a king or prince, you could have had maybe a peregrine falcon. And if you were a lady of the court, instead of taking your bouquet of flowers down the aisle, what you would have done is actually you would have taken your little Merlin, which is like a miniature peregrine falcon. And the chief bridesmaid was there to take the falcon from you while you had the ring put on, and then she would hand you the little falcon back. I don't think the bride threw it over her head at the end of the ceremony, but I wasn't there, so I'm not quite sure. And then if you were at the bottom end of the pile, the poor old Dave, he was allowed to have a kestrel. And a kestrel is about as much use as for a hunting bird as a chocolate teapot. So he drew the short straw, that's for sure. Now, of course, we don't just fly hunting birds. We do the start
Just show you this.
fly one of our little chaps here.
There's some goodies down here. I'll show you the tractors. But there's some nice cars here. Very nice cars. There's this. Bloke I work for, he loves this.
But it's not so good when you're trying to perform in a nice breeze. In fact, we might sit that out into the middle a little bit. I'm interested to that. Hold on.
Interesting bit of kit.
Cheers, thanks. Now this little chap, probably most of you have guessed.
You've got to keep an eye on my messages because I might be driving a combine around the ring lately, so just got to wait and see.
Or if it's a big
Catch you in a
eagle,
minute. I'll just walk round. I'll check my inbox and then we'll walk round. See you in a minute.
In fact, we had this one about.
Just check these out. I'm not really, don't know much about these old cars, but they look nice. So I know a little bit. I can talk about tractors and combines, tractors a bit, combines a lot. But these cars, I'll show you them anyway because they're nice and interesting. They are good. So look at these. I'm sure if you can tell me what they are. Looks like a Jaguar. Nice little Triumph. Look, nice colour blue. Lovely. So many different things about.
So what we're going to do is
there's an interesting one over there. Look, I'll have a look at that in a minute. Go back round. Actually, I'll go round there now and see what it is.
I'm going to give him a tiny bit of chicken as a reward. So when we're training the birds, of course, they have a little reward every time they do something correctly. And like a horse or a dog, you can't smack their backside and show them that they don't understand anything. So what we have to do is give them a little reward every day.
Lovely thing, isn't it? Look at it. Look at the wheels. Lovely. Nice Volvo. Look, I remember them when I was younger. My mate's mum used to have one of them. We had that. Yeah, just one like that actually years ago, and it was a difficult thing then. I remember. Take you back round. We'll have a look. Some nice cars. Mark 1 Capri. There, look, Mark 1 Capri.
What's your name?
You know, I could take photos. I was taking photos of them, but it's just taking ages. So I'll just film them.
I've been gender benders. I don't know what to do. Right, James, pop your left hand in there.
Yeah, lovely. Look at it.
Hold your hand up.
Beautiful. Big old truck there. Look.
Gotcha.
Let's look lost in 7. See the difference between America and the UK right here. That's what America had. That's what we had. Typical, isn't it? Tax to the hilt in this country. The big government. Down here is a beautiful car. The creme or whatever you call it. Lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Can you guess what it is? It's a Ferrari Dino.
Well done. Have a little stroll back with him over to that perch. Get him all the way. Well done.
I don't think people appreciate how cool this car is. You know, if I could have any car, or if I could afford anything, I would have one of these, definitely. Look at it. Beautiful.
Well done. Excellent. Let me let you cut through. Good stuff. Right. Let's see if we can just get him up into the middle of it.
always wanted one of these.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see one here, to be honest.
In my early 70s, the person I did business with took me out to lunch in one with a GTS top, Surrey top on it.
Yes.
You have a Surrey top. From then on, I always wanted one.
Oh,
The
mate.
70s.
Do you know
I
what?
think it's too late now, love.
I don't know much about more tractors and combines. That's more my thing. But
That's
mate,
a lovely car.
I'll tell you what. I got a thing for Ferraris. The noise they make.
They're just lovely.
Oh, they're superb, aren't they?
Then go after the sun.
Yeah, I say. All right. Yeah, if I could have any car, I'd have one of these.
I can get in, but I don't think I'll get out again.
Right, I'm going to take some photos of this. See you in a minute. Keep doing that. Videoing for about, well, it wasn't too long actually this time, but I was quite optimistic and thought, oh yeah, I'm videoing. And I was walking along all by the tractors and no, I wasn't videoing. I didn't press the button properly. Never mind. I guess I'll have to do it all again. See you in a minute. Yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing them anyway. This is the Massey Ferguson section. These like curtains on them so that the heat would go in to the cab and keep them warm. It's still quite intact. That's a new one, that is. That's been mounted, a fresh one, but this looks like an original one. They actually, this is quite good because these tended to sort of like deteriorate and rip a bit. It was only an early form of cab heating for people in the cold weather. Perkins P4 by the look of it. Big one had the P6 in it.
Yeah.
Nice shiny tractor lip, grey gold. Lovely. Hope you like that little session. Here's one. Look at these. This is cool. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. So there you got that gap between the cab and the design windscreen wiper down there. Look. I quite like the look of that actually. It got a smart design about it. It's a smart bit of kit that is. Look at how far they come, look at that. 60 years. All those in there, look. And now this. progression is just immense. We do live in an interesting time, you know, really we do. You can't really realise it, it's true. In a minute, we'll go and look at some other stuff. Which one is it? An A or a C? Yeah, okay. So is it a hogback or short?
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it a nice one?
Yeah,
they do that. Yeah, that's what's happened to mine. I've got two Model A. I've got a really short one, the early type, the American type. I've got a hubback like that one, and I've got a hubback one of these. So the hubback C is extremely rare.
Right.
I only know of two still exist.
What's the weight like that?
From about 1962.
Right.
I've got a 1964 one of these and a 1960. And then my mate's just bought one of these for about 1966. We had them all working together.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Massey 75.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, little tiny thing, yeah.
Spring a year, but it's a good time. They live next door, every time to bring it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I love doing it. Sun's out, isn't it? Yeah. Good knife drive on these. Nice simple design. Some of them had like a wobble bar. You know, like the old Clash used to have like a wobble shaft. And they used to pull bits. Perkins on these.
Well, they get on these a bit like a Perkins.
Yeah. Perkins 305 on both of them.
Yeah.
That one's 2000 RPM, not 70 horsepower. That's 2,290 horsepower, same engine.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, especially that one. 2,200 on that one. 2,000 on that one. That one's not so loud, but they are quite. Right. What, me? No.
driving in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So the road, yeah.
He's a TVO man.
Right, okay, yeah. Oh, I love these combines, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice bit of ploughing going on, nice and full up, loads of people. Dave Brown 99s, it's a 4-wheel drive one. One of these for sale, and I told my mate, I said, it's a 996 4-wheel drive for sale. I said, it's a nice one. He said, did they ever make a nice one? I don't know whether they did or not, but it looks nice. Beautiful little doggy in there, look. You good boy. You good doggy.